This is Samson. So Robert, introduce me to this group here. Who am I? What do I do here?
This is Samson. He's the lead designer on this bridge replacement project. He's one of the most accomplished engineers in the entire office. So when there is a project that has a level of complexity, guess who they come to? Mr. To, the voice of Hotel. So with some respect to his name. He knows what he's doing.
Thank you. Okay, as you can see here, I'm a beginner impacting. Run the big mark. See how it's working like this here? And that's small one. That's what we do. We talk, but we do as well. The beginner, see your beginner. Okay, the sweat is the body. It's my country. So we're doing it to be able to help. Whatever we can do to help. It's not about the money. It's about what we can do to improve the lives of our brothers and sisters. This is the city of beginner. And they put it in the sidewalk. Yes, I'm going to tell you. They put it in the sidewalk. And I'm going to say one thing in the sidewalk. If I all do it. So, thank you. As you can see here, I'm a beginner impacting. Run the big mark. See how it's looking like this here? And that's small work. That's what we do. We talk, but we do as well. And then begin to sit up together. Okay? Again, the sweat is the bottom of our country. So we're doing it to be able to help. Whatever we can do to help. It's not about the money. It's about what we can do to improve the lives of our brothers and sisters. This is instead of beginner, and they put it in the sidewalk. Yes, I'm going to tell you. They put it in the sidewalk, and I'm going to be the one to put it in the sidewalk if I ought to. So, thank
Good evening, folks. Samson told I brought up the radio. We're here again tonight. Even as tired as we are, we're here because you're here. We want to thank you very much. Please share this video, share it to as many brothers and sisters as possible. Let them know the Libra is on tonight and we're having a conversation. Please join us. Just share this video to as many people as possible. We're here again to have a wonderful, wonderful conversation with the Liberian people about our own beautiful, beautiful country. We want to thank you. It's Tuesday afternoon. We're going to have fun here tonight. The Libra is here. Sometimes I wish I could be conservative, but it's just that wish would never be certified because I'm a liberal and I have nothing else to give but liberalism. You join me, the liberal will try to get you to be on his side. That's what we do, and we're very good at that. And we want to thank you very much for many of you that are coming in, and I already here. Thank you for tuning into Liberal tonight, or Liberal Public, that is. We're here to discuss issue. Thank you, and I send the link out. Hopefully the panelists join us here very early tonight. Again, Samson told the host of Conversation with Samson To is here presenting tonight live from Sacramento, California, where only anybody that want to live in California, Sacramento, California, you got to come from Totown. You come from Totown, you're not living here. You don't come from Totown, you're not living here in Sacramento. I don't know you. I'm a town. You say Sacro Town, something Sacro Totown. You hear that one, Sacro Totown? Sacro Totown, you never heard that? Oh, you're on your own. Anyhow, thank you for joining us, folks. We appreciate all of you. Safety. Lord Jesus, we want to thank you again this evening as we come together. We ask that you continue to extend our life. My Lord, we ask for forgiveness because we're not perfect. My Lord, we ask to forgive those who offend us as well. Thank you for that opportunity. My Lord, We ask that you continue to bless us. We ask that you continue to provide a blanket of opportunity for us. As we come before you tonight, we know that the good thing you have for us, they're coming. We have that faith. We know so. We know so. In our hearts, we know the good things are coming because you've already set it up for us. Thank you. Thank you, my Lord. Thank you for everything. And we receive it. My Lord, we come before you again tonight that the Republic of Liberia and the people of the Republic of Liberia be blessed. That the President of the Republic of Liberia, President Joseph Baka, be blessed. Extend his life, my Lord. You brought President Baka to us. Guide him. Give him wisdom to do what is good for us. We want to thank you for the first family. We want to thank you for everything else. My Lord, we ask that whatever President Baka touches, that his hand be blessed. Whatever door he knocks, that yes, indeed, the door will be opened by you in the interest of the Liberian people. We ask that the host country, the United States of America, be blessed. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay. There we go. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Whenever you want a link, just let us know. We'll send you the link. And it's not because you're good to us, because sometimes you can be wondering how come they kind of nice person like this here, how you ended up on that side. He's Prince. If you guys, those of you that never met Prince Sherry, do your best to meet him and just have conversation. He's so nice. How he ended up on that side? Eh? The side where Aaron Rappler then on how Prince Sherry ended on that side. Where Walter Carter then on how Prince Sherry ended on that side. My goodness. What can I do to bring you on the good side? My side good, his side bad. That's what we do. That's the problem with guys like bro. My side is good, his side is bad. Because on my side, so that side bad. Well, on my side, that side good. Thank you, Moses. Thank you for joining. We're having fun already, folks. So, sometimes we poke fun at these things here from time to time. But last night there was a subject matter that we touched on, and the CEO helped me to play the audio here last night. But it's a little bit deeper than that, and I have invited my little brother to join us here tonight. Hopefully, he will be here later on. Okay. Sister Goya is also a community leader in Minneapolis, Broken Park to be specific in that area. Yeah, maestro, that tabata. Where yes, the liberal count and then subject matter that sweet the liberal mind go. But the subject matter that I got to do something to try to bring my comment down, then our subject matter off limit. We don't discuss it here. I don't have it. I'm not here to come to sugarcoat anything. Anybody you come here, you praise my government, you're out of the window. I'm not dictator again. I'm not dictator. I'm not coming dictator. No, but my seriously, I have the subject matter, different subject matter. But the first one that I want to talk about, hopefully Sister Goya will join us because I sent in the link to talk about this brother here, Sekou Dukle. Sekou Dukle. Because if you just listen to the audio that was played here yesterday, and even if you have time to go and review the tape, the video from Minnesota Public Radio, okay, you will come away with a sense of yes, there must be something here. And so I asked Mr. Goyer, who is also a community leader in that area, who also knows Mr. Dukle well, I would say, to see what he knows about this thing and how he can explain to us to talk to about it. So I hope Mr. Goyer, let me see if I can even give him a call now, sir, and see if he can come on. He told me though, but he said he might be busy, and so if he's busy, he won't be able to come on. But I would really, really love for him to come on. Okay. But if he busy, he won't be able to come on. That's okay. That's okay. We'll give the best. We'll do the best because he already told me most of the story anyway. So if he doesn't come out, just repeat the story he told me. But let's see if we can have. Okay, he's not answering. So that means he's very busy. Very busy. Okay, we'll tell the story anyway. The story he told me. We'll tell the story anyway. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Okay. So Mr. Goya, Sister Goya is busy tonight. He won't be able to join us. Hopefully he can come on later. But let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. So the story was that Armo Ducle, who is the put of Liberia put manager, the managing director, Sekou Ducle, who also is he, should we say, former resident of Minneapolis or Broken Park? I don't know. But the story in the NPR story was that he lives in Liberia, but he has several homes, how do you call it, where they do home care and what have you. Old people live, who not necessarily old people, but homes for to help people. And according to that, Mr. Ducle has so many of them. And in fact, they say he over the years he has received $36 million from Minnesota taxpayer fund over the past decade. They say, and this story is also in the Daily Observer, but Daily Observer came from a different perspective. Or he came at it from a different perspective. Daily Observer is asking questions because remember now, I'm a political guru. There's no question I'm honest. So you know me. You know I'm very good at that. But when Mr. Ducle was appointed, some member of Unity Party was not on board because perhaps they felt that he was an outsider. And so the question now, they're coming back, these seeing disgruntled, I will call them. Now, I don't know Mr. Ducle, and so I'm not on his side. I'm not on anybody's side. I'm just saying disgruntled Unity Party scene, as I will call them. They're now coming and planting ideas and putting stuff in the paper that perhaps Honorable Ducle, knowing now that he made us kinds of money, that in fact he contributed a huge amount, bigly into President Baka campaign, and that he's also friend to the first son, the president's son. Therefore, of course, that's how they start. Therefore, but my thing here is, so I decided I'm gonna call Sese Goya. Sese Goya is a community activist. He knows a lot of people, including Liberians. He always stood up about Liberian issues in the community. So I called Sese this afternoon, and of course he was busy. So he called me back, and I'm gonna paraphrasing. I will quote him whatever way you want to say. You want to go sue me, you go sue me. No, but on a very serious note. So I said, Sese, you live in Minnesota. First of all, I congratulated him the way he took his family back home and showcased his family, showcased his beautiful wife. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing to do as young as he is. Though when I was his age, you won't even catch me going home and showing anything. I go home, I hide everything so I can let me leave it that one. My wife, I think no, she's somewhere back here, but let me leave that one. I don't want no trouble. I don't want no trouble. But says the guy went home and showcased. That's the difference. But let's go back on a very serious note. But say, on a very serious note, I congratulated him as taking his family and showcasing his family back home, which is very good. But so I said, Sissy, what can you tell me about this Duke man? And he began to tell me that in fact this young man he has businesses in Minnesota. And what is happening now is that he has been swept in the wind or tornado of political tornado that is going around in Minnesota. The Democrats getting ready to select. The Democrat getting ready to select the Republican Party politically. And the Republican Party are now finding way to Walter Carter. Thank you, but you gotta be patient here. Let me discuss what Sissy and I talk about this. Thank you for joining me. We appreciate it, sir. So Sissy saying, you know, that because of the upcoming selection, the upcoming whooping that the Republican Party going to get from the Democratic Party, they are now seeking every avenue to make sure that they find mud on the Democratic Party. And in fact, he said, Keith Allison, who is, I believe, the Attorney General for the state of Minnesota, he's also have conversation. But every one of them recognize that. Because everything else that you will read and listen to from that interview or from that reporting, there's nothing stating that Honorable Dukley has breaking the law. What you're gonna come away with if you're a sensible person, a political guru like I am, you will say perhaps it doesn't smell good. But that doesn't mean because it doesn't smell good, that doesn't mean it doesn't taste good. No. When it doesn't fail you, it doesn't wear. That's it. Amos, we are not speaking Syria tonight. That people like you're not supposed to come and show. We are not speak Syria. You see, that's your problem. You say you're from Foya, but you speak Syria. How Foya male speak of Syria? And you're own Syria. So people don't know you. They think say you're from Louisiana. To make it more American. Yeah, the liberal you bow. Well, liberal, you take Amos and you put it all the way to Louisiana. Yeah, so I can make him more of an American. Because if I say he in New Jersey or he in New York, he's too close to Liberia, I put you all the way to Louisiana. Forget Louisiana, all the way to Alabama. Let's put in there. But Walter Carter, when I'm ready, I will call you. Please, just bear with me, my man. So let me go back to Sissy go ahead, a conversation with me this afternoon. I hope he will come back and perhaps he can give some more detail. But what he said was, I know this young man. Every one of us, everybody in his place have business. The people do business. So his business it was, according to Sissy, that he goes out and partner with people who wants to do home care business and partner with them, and his name will be on the paper. So he has he's connected to many of these home care business. No, in that report, nowhere you will find that he was financially doing things illegally. No. Now, I said it here last night, and I'm saying it again. That reporter, that Republican, MAGA reporter, how you will you talking about somebody talking about a home care issue. Then you bring something from Liberia, business partner that got nothing to do with home care business. You come blue, you put it together. Trying to convince the people that something here when there's nothing here. Okay? So I said, okay, but oh, the man he has made millions. Why is it that he wants to go home and take the pot? And this is what Sissy said to me that was very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Very interesting. He said, Mr. Toole, I know him. And the fact that he's been shipping things to Liberia from time to time. And he has seen all of the bottleneck of the shipping business in Liberia. Not only does he do home care business, but he ships things. He's a businessman. And I want to believe that Mr. Dukley not just do business here in America, he probably does business back home too. So he most likely does a lot of shipping. And he come in contact with many shipping business, taking things to Liberia. And Sensei was saying, look, so after he find out that indeed the shipping business in Liberia, he can fix the place if he becomes a port manager. And I can assure you, when he became a port manager, there were so many good things that this young man did. okay, that he did as a port manager. Nothing yet. I have not heard any. I've never heard anything about shady work and things. In fact, the government Republic of Liberia have praised him. In 6 months, he was able to contribute to over $2 million to the government cover. So I something to I broke like this. God first, God first, God first, God first. And I'm not broke. I got food to eat. And I'm not broke. I can't say. But I something to I'm not millionaire. Oh, that's a good one. That's because that's true. God know I'm not millionaire. But I'm not that broke. God know. I'm not coming to lie here. I just finished pray. I will not lie. My Esther, I will not lie. I will not lie. But I something to God know I'm not millionaire yet. God will make me millionaire. But I'm not millionaire yet. And I go to the poor. I get government Liberia $2 million with nothing in my own pocket. I'm professing there in Liberia. That's who Sekou is, according to the story. So the question that I have was, okay, why would he leave $36 million here and go to Liberia to make what? And give, but he wanted to contribute. He wanted to contribute. So I just want to make that clarity again. That one of the things, if you look on the report, if you go through that video, the man took the city to court and won. If you look at that, so let him try again. Let him try again. So the point here, and if you go on, how do you call it? If
Liberal,
you
correct that. Correct that.
wait, I
Correct
will
that one
pack
you
you
just
in
put
the.
out there. Correct it,
I
Liberal.
will
He didn't
put
win.
the what?
They said they won him.
No,
But
they
the
said they
thing,
didn't win. They said they didn't win. I will put you in the garage. Oh, let me park them in the garage
Liberal, the
first.
thing there, they
I
said
will
they
park
won
you
him.
in the garage. You must say I'm coming to go debate on anything here
But take
tonight.
out on newspaper because
No,
it's not correct.
running. I'm running. Okay. My Esther say he actually lost. Okay, whatever. Okay, I'm not gonna debate you. You forget that one. Okay, but whatever it is, this young man is good. He's doing good. Now, the thing is political ceasing. I believe Sekou can navigate through this political nightmare that he might find himself in. So all of us Liberians, let's give the possibility, let's give peace a chance. Let's give Sekou Dukle and the other and the government, whoever you're gonna face, let's give them a chance. Let's take politics out of it. This has nothing to do with Liberian government. And Sekou is all right. But yes, the other interesting thing that was asked in the Daily Observer article: how much was the contribution from Sekou to President Bakar campaign? That has not been disclosed. So I think the government will do best to tell it, because here's the thing that I have with these contribution. Who's contributing? How much they're contributing? And out of those contributors, who there are getting job? And is that job associated with the contribution? Let me bring in Walter Carter here. Walter Carter, thank you for joining me tonight. We appreciate it. But before you start talking, let me see if I can put your picture up. So I just like for people to know who you are.
No problem. I ain't got a problem with it.
Tonight on that your real picture I put in out
And then what you want to put on?
that the fish catching picture I come and put out.
And then what you want to put on?
All right. Yeah, the man who coming to talk to her, he called himself Manchester United fan. Let's hear you. You from IE, you went Barrow Jesse. Let's hear from you.
So, Liberal, thank you for the show. And I would like to say hi to our listening and viewing audiences. I'd like to also, say hi to the CEO and the rest of the panelists
Good
who are
night. Good
watching.
night. They're not watching. What you calling the CEO name?
And we are awaiting you guys' arrival on the platform. Liberal, the Duklin story is a story for America. He went to court. They beat him in the court. The only good thing that came from out of that court process is the senators and representatives, the leaders in Minnesota now or in our area are saying that the government should not close down or group home or nursing home or whatever it is, to not deprive people who supposed to get those service, not getting it, but they should be vigorously checking, doing the check and balances on those places. But to shut it down is not good. That's the only good thing that came from out of it. Um, so I don't know what connection it has to Liberian politics. I don't know. I'm not interested in it. The brother here are making his money, doing his work. Whatever irregularities that he got involved with, that people are putting his name out there, it is up to them. I like to talk about Liberian politics. This is where this is what this show is about. And I understand when you come here and you know that your government is bleeding profusely, right? Profusely, when you know your government is bleeding, you come here and you divert the conversation. You put something out there to attract other people. People don't want to call the show and say, "Labor, it is boring. We don't want to hear," but they want to hear about real, substantial things that are happening in our society. They drop the drug story is not going away. The president going to dedicate toilet is not going away. Then another thing that jumped inside with the border situation, that is not going away. Then we hear the government cracking down on critical voices. We see the police director now writing a sitting senator, questioning his utterances and telling him, commanding him not to speak further on these drug issues. We see our country moving, creeping dangerously into your kind of language you speak on this platform, dictatorship. And I think they're hearing it from you because you constantly preach that. And so these people in the government are implementing it to the fullest. This is what the conversation should be around, not duplicating America. Yeah, we ain't got nothing to do with that. We got things to do with our country, Liberia. For a police director who is conflicted, who took money according to his deputy, that has not been charged or even let go, to start questioning a sitting senator for investigating and speaking outrightly on the issue, to want to shut him up. I got problem with that. And I don't know why you didn't talk about this, Libra, because I know this is what you people fought for on the ring back in the days when people went on the street to demonstrate and people were shot. The progressive, because your voices were silent. Today, you come to power and you see people try to do that. I'm surprised that you're not even speaking about it. You've been an advocate for that long. You brought up a multi-party democracy in our society. You fought rampant corruption, all that associated with it. But today you are here covering rampant corruption. You are here calling people who are censoring people's voices. As a matter of fact, you have pride yourself with being a dictator. Hey man, liberal, progressive, what you people did to us. Why? That's the conversation I'd like for us to have here today, liberal. I don't want to hear about Duke. I want to hear about what's going on at our border. Is it true that your ambassador that were removed, they gave the senator say he got no vote of confidence and stuff like that? Is it true that the Liberians moved the flag from a place in Liberia and put it to another place in Liberia, prompting the Guinean to cross over? It doesn't make sense if the borderline to that particular area is water. Water is the one that divides Liberia from Guinea to that particular area. So the side that got dry land is for Liberia. If we move our flag from one part of the dry land and put it to another part of the dry land, that's it gives Guinea the right to cross over to our border, on the side of our
Thank,
border, and
thank
sit
you.
there.
Thank you.
These are
Thank
things
you.
that we got to talk about.
Thank you, Walter Cutter. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Let me go on. So the issue here for me, before I move on to another subject matter, is that why Honorable Duclett has not been accused. They were just giving us a narrative of what is happening. But I would say to many of us, many of you and myself, let us give the opportunity for Mr. Dukley, if he has to come back here to clarify, if he stays there to clarify whatever it is he wants to do, he can do that. Uh, uh, so let's move on. Like I said, I asked Cece Goyer to join me tonight, but he told me that Mr. Toll, there will be a possibility I might not make it because I'll be busy sometime, which now most likely is happening. But let's move on. Let's move on. So finally, Ormo Ducle is the port manager. And the question is the Daily Observer is asking is what I also have interest in, and that is uh, what was the contribution that was made from Ducle, and that they disgruntled Unity Party scene that plenty story in there about Ducle. That's unfair and it's unacceptable. Armo Ducle can defend himself. He doesn't need me. I don't even know him. He doesn't know me. I don't need to defend him. He hasn't done anything wrong for me to defend. So I would say that. Let me move on to Walter Carter Tabata here, as though let me bring in Rescue 3. Rescue 3, thank you for joining me. Let me bring in Rescue 3. Rescue 3, thank you for joining me. Rescue 2, I'm sorry.
That's
Thank you
Skippy.
for joining.
That's Skippy. Not Timoso to pull a rescue three.
My man,
Skippo.
stay out of teams. Stay, don't, nobody come to be your friend here to know. But let me go on, folks. Samson
Skippy,
told
they say
Labrador
rescue
Radio.
three now.
Walter Carter, the liberal is trying to talk about his show. Why you want to interrupt? Why the fish you eating, that fish full of all kind of pesticide in that fish that you eating, you getting too wild. That fish where you get a fish from that river that go through Canada, and they
Don't
pesticide
worry
from
about it.
the pesticide from upriver from Massachusetts and things like that, in your fish you eating it and you're going wild. We need to take you back to
Don't worry. There's
Liberia.
somebody coming.
So, but anyway, rescue two. Thank you for joining
Oh,
us. But let me say this, Walter, because you're quite correct. There's a lot of subject matter we're going to be discussing here tonight. We're not afraid of discussion. What we want to make sure, and we will be here to monitor, is your way of discussing the father of the land. Is the way you want to address the father of the land. We will push back. But when you come here and just want to discuss issue, and don't try to tie it around the neck of the father of the nation, we will let you talk. But as soon as you come out, because we're going to tell you that whatever is happening in Liberia is on his watch, we agree. But there are people who are also responsible to carry out certain duty. For some reason, you people don't understand that. You came from Mona Youngblood University, and yesterday you failed to graduate with a clear understanding of a leadership. And we're not going to allow you to come here and scapegoat anybody here tonight. That we will push back on. But you're free to talk about anything you want to talk about. Rescue 2, thank you for joining me tonight. And I'm so proud tonight. I'm so happy. The so-called, whatever they are naming, they can join us tonight. The other member, you not come here again, done with me. So that's fine with me, but bye-bye to him and myself. But let's hear from you, Rescue 2. Let's hear from you. What's on your plate tonight, sir?
Good evening, Deborah, and
Thank you.
what his name, Keta, you know.
Yeah, where it need exactly where it need.
What
We
he
don't
Thank
need? I'm
you.
remember
telling you.
where it need. We don't remember it. We don't remember it where it need. That's exactly right.
I
Rescue
see.
two.
I already see it. I see it tonight. I see it tonight.
Oh man, you know you can enjoy yourself on our show, man. You know.
Of course, we're the free people. The other
Yeah.
people they're not free. Go ahead, rescue two.
Yeah. No, what's going on? Just I hear you talking about Sekou Dukle stuff.
Yeah, what
Yeah, but
happened? What happened? Let me just brief you on that. Maybe perhaps you want to contribute. I This afternoon I called Cece Goyer, who also is I consider him one of the uh, member of the community over there in Minnesota, who also happen to be one of the leading member of the community as well. So I asked him, I said, what does he know about this guy and this case? And he was, and you were telling me, my daughter just walking. You were telling me about how they call it, Ducle, and his main thing is it's unfortunate that Ducle got caught up into the political web of the fact that Democratic Party is going to, whoop just like we did with CDC. Will whoop the Republican Party, and now the Republican Party is throwing spaghetti all over the wall, hoping something will stick. And if you listen to that stuff yesterday, there's nothing in there charging him with crimes and everything else. And the question that I asked, and the Daily Observer was also asking him, say, why would a man making $36 million will leave to go back to Liberia to take a port where he will not even make close to that? So Sissy explained that he have talked to him as well. And one of the things that he got from Dukley was that Dukley, the fact that he was in Liberia, in here in Minnesota, he used to do business in Liberia. He did a lot of shipping. And he found that there was so much bottleneck at the shipping area over there. And so he felt that if there's opportunity for him to go over there and manage that. And if you look at some records, after Sissy told me, I went and look at some, read some story about he's been doing good over there at the port. So that's what Sissy was explaining to me, and that's what I was talking about. Go ahead, let's hear from you. If you want to speak on that, that's fine. You want to move on something else, that's fine.
Yeah, Sissy and all of that was saying that, but it's good that people are explaining in regards to myself. I was trying to see whether if the document really indicting him. I don't really see where the document really indicting him. Most of those things they're talking about is management. But again, anything that have to do with that kind of a record smear on the presidency. So you have to be very careful with those kind of a stuff being highlighted on your character, because even though you catch between the web of the political divide, if the political divide have a point that could land you in good jail, it also is not good for us, and all the kind of thing. And I don't know if he has the expertise in put management before he took assume the position. Because to be honest, if I'm making that kind of money, why do I have to go in for now? People abusing him. He was making money in America here quietly. Nobody really knew him. Now you go to Liberia, now you're working in a port, and guess what? You're flooding all over the place. Send them water spoon who don't know you, who always say he know everybody when he don't know nobody. If you call in somebody to say, "Oh, the man are my friend," and all of that. But yeah, so coming to work in that kind of position, you got your name dirty. The standard what husband say you not been contributing to the budget. You did that and the other all the kind of stuff. So this is where we are. You know, if I were him, I would just well, I will wait because we all just need to wait to see whether if this gonna go further. Because when these people start doing the journalistic investigation, it always end up into some kind of a legal process. It may not be instantaneous, but it will definitely follow because they have already gave something for those investigators that are just lingering around looking for cases. They have given them something to look in. So we will see, wait and see what's going on. But as it stands, that's a good, that's a good way to spin it.
Thank you. So I'm trying to find something here. Uh, so back in 2023, immediately when he took over, I think 2 or 3 months. Uh, okay, right here it said, Honor Ducle, The authority has publicized several reform and revenue initiatives. In June 2024, he announced that the NPA had contributed US $2 million to the government general revenue after 5 months of operation. After 5 months of operation, where the other rascal were there for 6 years, they couldn't even
But
produce that kind of money.
since that time, nothing very substantial have landed.
I honestly, I'm not
The
even
year
bothering.
2025, 2026, we
Okay,
have
I'm
not
just
seen.
telling you when you were there for 5 months, this is what he did. Okay, but
Yeah,
Libra, for the
he's a
Walter
good
Carter,
guy.
gateway,
I will come
Libra,
to you.
for the
Walter
gateway.
Carter, you will have to wait your turn. This is not. This is not the
But Terry
other.
just gave an input
No,
and you
no, no,
said
no. We
nothing.
will
I
wait.
gave
We
an
will.
input
You
and
will. No, no. You will wait for your turn. You will wait for your turn. You will have to wait for your turn. I'm not a dictator. I play one on TV, but I'm not a dictator.
The detector in this, guys, but we are here.
Hey, come to
We
come to
don't use
explain
the word,
nothing.
but we use it. We use
Uh,
the play.
we just pass by a little bit. We're not a dictator, but we pass by the house.
oh my god.
Just so people to see.
Ah.
But anyhow, yeah. But anyway, what else on your plate? Because we're gonna jump off that one. What else on your plate?
Oh well, Dr. Mampayan, actually, I saw the student disrespecting her and all of that. I really don't understand why they would do that. I thought that was something to look at. The student was insulting her and all the kind of thing. This generation have a serious problem, Liber. Morality. And people saying that the landed doctor is not generating money for the play, blah, 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 all the kind of thing. Lester Tenney had to come to her defense. But this woman was just calm. Standing,
That was the
and
grace.
that guy was just raging insults. That say a lot about the mindset of students who claim that they go into the state university. Before you enroll in the university, you have an average of certain grade something. So university students should be classic. They should be, a discipline to some extent. But I want a university. How can you sell this kind of structure to the outside world? How can you do that? Today the president for the Tubman High University in Maryland County, my own county, was on OKFM. The guy is very, very smart. And I was just relaxed comfortably. I couldn't even feel the taste of the coffee I was drinking when the guy began to explain. You see? So I begin to, but he also expanded, like to say he wanted the job of Dr. Mampayan. Even though he did not talk about the University of Liberia. But some of the things he was saying is like, if I were the president listening to that, I would be thinking otherwise. But I felt very disgusted to look at that young guy. But again, from the young man perspective, these boys are frustrated. Look at the condition under which the kids are learning.
Yeah.
That alone can frustrate somebody. No electricity, no proper lab for research, no correct library, no internet coverage.
Terry, you're quite correct.
We are in a serious mess.
You're quite correct. But here's the thing here now. The display of such a behavior from the guy sitting down. First of all, she's a lady. The first thing. Second, you are a university student, you claim. Third, you are speaking to a lady who also happen to be older than you.
Exactly. That's my point.
So besides being the president of the university, there are some decorum that you have to hold. You can't change as an intellectual. When he was talking the whole time, he was sitting down with his bike, almost bike halfway turned to the lady, and that lady was not moving. And he thought by doing so, he attracting viewer, he attracting
Exactly.
supporters. But what he didn't know that he has already been condemned because that's not the behavior of a man.
No.
Now we understand the condition under which they learn is bad. We know that. We understand that. But a condition does not mean it doesn't mean that you have to change your own mind to follow the bad condition to make yourself look bad. People live in bad condition, yet still they respect themselves. As
Exactly.
Liberians, we always hold our head high. It doesn't matter where they put you on earth, what kinds of job they give you, cleaning caca, whatever it is, you always hold your heads high. But what he did that day was very embarrassing.
Very
No, no.
disgusting.
Now, it seemed to me that they themselves do not understand the operational process of a university. This lady make decision, but she does not. University does not generate its own budget. It depends on on budgeting aspect from other people. They have to prioritize when the money comes in. What do they spend the money on? Now you will say, well, paying all of these salary, these other, I don't call it, vice president making this and making that. I agree. It's too much. Look, right now we need in Liberia at Liberia University, we need committed person who will say, "I'm going. Pay me for me to stay somewhere to eat and ride car to go to work." But giving gas slip and all the other stuff, whatever little money I get, I will do it. You have people back in the country, in the interior, that are teaching, that don't get paid, that are teaching, don't have chair to sit in the school, but they're still teaching. They call themselves voluntary teachers. Why can we not have a voluntary university teacher? How much would it take the government to fix that university? How much? How much would it take them to fix the university? They just built a 4-year project, $10 million. Why is it that the University of Liberia, people are not paying attention to it? I'll tell you why. Because most of the people that are in the government from the University of Liberia, but what was their career? What did they study? Did they study science, math, and whatever it is? No. They study accounting so they can steal. They
But
study
the
law.
main reason,
They,
the main
of
reason,
course, they
the
want to
main,
go with it for.
the main reason too is politics, Liver.
I'm getting there. They
Yeah.
study law so they'll become a politician and pollute the country with all their tabata. But that doesn't give you the right to come and talk to somebody else's mom. I thought we said Prophet Key was out of it. Now we got university students now that are claiming to be Prophet Key now. On the
Libro?
let me go to Walter Carter. Walter Carter, let me come to you on this subject
But
matter.
yeah, before you go, I
Okay,
just wanted
Walter.
to
Before I
say,
go, let me go
before
to
you go
my
to Keter,
yeah.
that
Yes, sir.
there is something very important that Dr. Salontet stressed today, the president of the University of Tottenham High in Maryland County. And he said something, he said, what we need to prioritize right now as, caretakers of the universities is we need to prioritize jobs for the students, for those who come out of the university, because you get people learning. You were talking about people that they sent to America, came back with A plus, grades and all that in engineering, your era labor. But guess where they are? Some of them got PhD. Guess where they are? They're teaching. Tottenham High University. They're teaching. So where are all those, you know, where are they applying what they learn? Where are they applying it? Where the opportunities? You got university students coming out of the university. Where are they going to apply what they are learning? Where they going to practice? So I think I just wanted to stress that looking at all of that,
Yeah,
I
but
think is
yeah.
we
Before
have
I
a
go,
problem.
thank you. Before I go
But
to Walter, Clarence David, $6 million not even able to clean my shoes. 6.2 million dollars cannot even buy me one pair of socks. I forget socks. $6 million cannot even cut my toe. No pun intended. Let's
Pedro,
hear. Let's 6.2 million. That he talking about. They gave 6.2 million to the University of the Republic of Liberia. 6.2 million.
target.
Let's hear from you, Walter Cutter. Don't take my line, because then I will change my tune. Let's hear from
Target.
you.
Babu want the
Well,
vacola to know.
I tell you, I'm not.
In
I'm
Anna
not.
inside
Yeah,
between you and the rescue
yeah,
trio. Anna
yeah. Rescue. Let me
Anna
let you
inside.
know right. Quiet, Walter Cutter. Let's hear from you.
So, liberal, I think I talk about my topic and terrible topic.
Let's
So
deal
I
with
will just
Terry topic.
no,
We'll
no.
jump to the other
Hold
one.
on, liberal. I know. I'll go with terrible topic,
But don't complain.
but
Yeah, because of
I
complaining,
will
we say I drop
complain. I
people.
will
If you
complain
complain, I'm
because the
serious.
people
If you
watching the
complain,
show,
we'll be
they
dropping
see
you.
how
Cause
you
that's what I
conducting
do
the
here.
show. I will
Okay.
complain. So I will
All right,
complain.
complain. Okay,
Not to go
complain.
going back to back. And I just sit down and
Okay.
listen to you. When
All
my
right,
time to
complain.
talk, and then you gotta interrupt me.
Hey,
And when I
complain. That
interrupt you, then I will complain.
okay, complain.
Anyway,
Complain.
on a serious note. So, Gabriel, you see, when I come on this platform, and sometimes I sit down and think, I say the progressive is still progressive, and people think I be joking. I'm very serious. The progressive were the ones who indoctrinated our students at the state university
Oh, Walter
to
Carter.
be
That's a
revolutionary.
that's
Libra, give
Intentionally
me
want the
chance.
that's
labor
a
vest.
Libra,
that's
give
a
me chance. Libra, I don't care. Libra, get fair.
okay.
The political discourse we're on here today. What
Quiet,
are we
quiet. Make your
talking?
point. Make your point.
The progressive indoctrinated our students to be reactionary, to be revolutionary, instead of being visionaries, right? They took the visionary from there and made the student revolutionary. Every government that came after the progressive did those things. The student of the university have been an antagonist to those government. All government, from the door to the water, all those people, they are being attacked. People thought they were only pushing when Alari took power is inciting the student again. We are government. They thought because Alari was on the other side of the divide. Today, they see student attacking Joseph Boakai government. It's because the progressive did not encourage our children to be visionaries. They encourage them to be revolutionary. We're not fighting anything now. The university over there should be state of the art university on Capitol Hill. You got the executive mansion, you got the Capitol building. The state run university should be a place that people can go as a tourist attraction. We got our students sitting now in dilapidated huts writing exam. We got our students going in. In fact, they don't even go in the latrine anymore. They go behind the building and they defecate behind the building. Girls and boys, women and men. This is what we want. Dr. Mapaya just fell. She's just a victim of circumstances. These children been going through a whole lot for a very long time. But we have not had any visionary leader that went through the walls of the university to say, I sat in no class in those deplorable conditions. When I become this, I will transform that place. I will make it state of the art. It's about innovation.
Yo,
Leadership is about
I don't have to say
innovation.
anything. I don't have to say
Liberal,
nothing. I don't have
liberal,
to
you know,
say nothing.
you stay
You
hear
can
me.
speak all you
Liberal,
can
you
speak all
wishing
you
for my
want. Yo,
you
it was
wishing
some
for my
break
you can
again.
hear me now, you can hear me now. I saw I
Okay.
count the bridge, but I think you're going, you can hear me. I will stay tall. Liberal.
Mm.
You shake your card on your photo, you put it up in the air, it will still come on. Liberal, you know I'm speaking the truth, liberal. Let us sit here and be fair to our society. You understand? This is ridiculous for our country at this point, right? To call the state-run university one of the oldest university around West Africa. to be dilapidated like that. That university full of great men and women today that all over the world doing great things. And today the students are still crying. Let's forget, let's forget about the faculties. Students' condition. That's the institution of higher learning in our society. Hey man, if we cannot provide a decent environment for our students to stay, what will we do for the kindergarten student? How the kindergarten students sit now makeshift structure to learn. This is the reason why our educational system in the country is so bad off. Because
Thank you.
nothing to inspire. Lepo, can you just give me a chance?
Okay.
Nothing to inspire our young
You got
people.
2 minutes, 2 seconds. Go ahead.
Nothing to inspire our people that we consider future leaders. Nothing to inspire them. So the woman it just happened that it's a victim of circumstances. She came to a place where the culture and tradition is
Thank you.
bad,
Thank you. Thank
deplorable.
you, Walter.
So the
Thank you,
frustration in on her.
Thank you, Walter Carter. I want you to listen. I want you to listen good. I'm a progressive. I'm one of the foot soldiers of the progressive. And let me read this to you. Many of you come out here and blame the progressive for your mishap. Let me read this to you. And this was written back in 1878 by Frederick Starr. And this is coming from William Young book. It said, from the very beginning of the colony to the present time, the attitude of the newcomer towards the native have been that of a superior to an inferior being. It is it is and always been the custom of Liberia, the settler, their descendant, to speak of themselves as white men. Why they have considered the native bush niggers. The Liberians have never indulged to any extent in manual labor. He has done but little, even in agricultural work. The native have always been considered the natural labor of the country. Socially an inferior, they say. He has also been despised and neglected. Wilton Carter, what exactly you wanted the progressive to do? They should sit down, let your upriver people continue to dominate? Is that what you wanted? And you're going to sit there and come and blame the progressive? The progressive was able to give you one man, one vote, for which you right now with the culture, you can go to Liberia, you say from upriver, but you're not even real, you're not even one of them anyway. It's just between here and there, you're from upriver because I bet you speak better, you speak Bassa, you speak other things. You're not real one of them. So but I will call you upriver person anyway. So I'm just on a very serious note. The progressive, I keep telling you guys that don't bring this subject out because we will defeat you in a debate. You have no legs to stand on when it comes to the progressive. The two-way party and the settlers and their descendants never left any room for the progressive or for Liberian, for that matter, to operate freely. And so the progressive king educated and enlightened the massive. And the masses stood up. And we have those documents to show. We have evidence to show. One of the bigger evidence I can show you right now, since 2005, one man, one vote. With 5.7 something million, no one person will get 520 million. 530 million. Third man we have in Liberia, we have those days, we have 1.5 million. Out of that, we have 30,000 indeed, 30,000 I don't call it American Liberian. And out of that, when Tubman go for election, out of 1.3 million, Tubman coming up with 3 million votes. Where you get that one from? Into two-week party at the end of the month, at a certain time in the year, the entire government employees, and some people from the interior, you pay your salary to two-way party to operate. The documents are there. Walter Carter, you want to come in and you instead of you being grateful to the progressive, you want to say because the progressive, those who were able to teach at the university, open the massive eyes and say these are the way if you want to if you want to be a revolutionary, this is the way you go about it. And now you're gonna tell me because the young people are now misbehaving, you want to blame the progressive? Is that what you want us to do here? This is not a
So,
subject
Libra,
matter you want to engage
you
here.
just made my
Thank
point.
you.
You
Thank
just
you
made my
very
point,
much. Let's
Libra.
move on. Let's move on. There's no debate. There's no.
Libra,
If
you
you want
just
to
made my
debate
point.
me,
Libra, we're
if
having a
you want
little.
to
I'm
debate
not
me on the
debate. Libra, we're having
progressive,
a conversation.
if you want to debate me on the but this is not a subject matter for progressive. I just
No,
tell
no,
you, you
it's
allowed
not.
to speak.
You
Let me
brought
go
you
to.
brought
You will
something
come
up.
back to you. We'll come back to you and can say whatever you want to say.
Libra,
Let's
you're not
come.
being fair on the show, man. You tell
No,
her
I
to
am.
inject.
I
You don't
am.
want me
I
to be
am.
to
Hold your
inject.
peace.
Anyway, go
Hold your
ahead. No,
peace
go
when
ahead.
you are
Go ahead.
talking. When you are talking,
Go
I
ahead.
didn't interrupt. Let's
No,
come to
go
you.
ahead.
Let's come to your rescue. Rescue two. So, no, well, you were talking about this. Whatever your subject matter was, your water cutter just pulled me up, and I allowed this upriver man to take me somewhere where we don't belong.
I was talking about, Dr. Olu Q Menge, of the president of the William V.S.
Yeah.
Totman
Yes. Yes.
University,
Yes.
and
Yes.
his hard work and this
Yeah.
contribution he making that many people don't highlight, and this university have been overlooked and are being downplayed, never talked about. Everybody focus on Monrovia. Monrovia is not Liberia, and talking only about the university when these are universities too that making contribution on that side. Even I learned that Ivorians attend that university. In fact, they even getting current from articles and all of that. And he spoke about the rule condition that sent during because he was appointed by former president Weah in 2023, and he said they used to use Ivory Coast to Happo. Yeah, and that was where they used to use to go. But unfortunately now, because of the road condition, they're now using the straight road to go. And the Kavala River that the bridge is being constructed. So before this journey ends, that bridge will be constructed and make it very easier for the movements and all of that. But yeah, I thought that that was something, but I was connecting it also to the university in Liberia that trying to tell the government that we should pay attention to what's going on in and out. Like you said, uh, these are not things because you see something a phrase in the Bible that says that the golden rule in the Bible is children obey your parents in the law for this is right.
Mm-hmm.
But the same rule says parents do not provoke your children to anger.
Me, I do that all the time.
Parents do not provoke your children to anger. I say this to say that if the child, especially the new generation, is not this generation is not the progressive generation. This generation do not know about this generation is internet generation. This generation looking at the world. They're not thinking about, oh yeah, during the time the people used to carry chima pupu, they that. They're not thinking about that. This generation is not thinking from that perspective. So,
No.
like, I don't want to follow Keto in that direction wherein we blaming the progressive era that have gone decades away. The progressive was addressing a specific oligarchy class. They dismantled that class
Completely.
system, even though it was not beneficial, even though the strategies were not well framed. All right. There were
Mm,
defects. There were many
mm.
things that happened, but the aim and objective was achieved. And that was to dismantle the oligarchy form of leadership that suppressed the rest of the people.
One
They
man, one vote.
dismantled the
Say it.
elitism.
Say it. One man, one vote.
You understand that? And it worked. There were many other things. Even if you read Burma family respond to Iron
Mm-hmm.
and the last time, you will see that he was speaking from the place of high tension. And when Labor read that place where his father was humiliated,
Mm-hmm.
this is why we have to be careful with how. That's why I tell people we gotta be careful with what we do on social media, because our children are watching.
the way you treating the parents on social media, they will come at you tomorrow and you may not be paying attention. They may even go for your children.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
You
That's
see?
exactly, and it's still happening. It's still
So
happening.
if you
Liberal, Mr. Malachi asking for the link.
I'm saying I
Dr.
don't send
Formula,
my link time over. I send it to where I send it. It's over. I don't send link when I stop my show.
if you
Please,
read
if
Dr.
you want to
Formula,
be on here, let's talk about it. Let's
if you
talk
read
about our
Dr. Formula letter, he's responding from the place of hurt, probably from that thing that Labor read that I didn't even know about concerning his father, the way they treated his father, that class, the way that class of people treated his father. So he came back and the revolution will succeed because
He
of the
was 16
ground
years old when they
he
threw him
stands
in
on.
jail.
You see what I'm saying? So you don't really have to blame. This is the same aggression that is being built up so in the young generation. That is why this new form of leadership has to fix it.
Mhm.
They
And they're
have
not
to fix
touching
it.
it. They're not touching it. They're
You
not
know?
touching the divide. The
So,
divide
but
still
Terry,
exists.
you just
Hold
said
on,
something, right?
Walter Carter will come
You
to you.
So
interject me.
this is
What?
this
Let's
are
do
thing.
one at a
So
time.
you in
I
a
will
minute.
come to you. I will
Terry
come to
talking,
you.
you
Listen,
talking when I
listen.
try to you say no, I'm not
No,
talking.
we will
This is
come
not
to you.
fair. Then let me
I
just sit
am
and be quiet. No, I'm
Walter
quiet.
Carter, Walter
I'll be
Carter,
quiet because
Walter
you're not
Carter.
being fair on the show now.
We will come to you. We will
No, no,
come.
no. So you and Terry having conversation when I
No,
try
No,
to inject
the
and you
man
I
say you
will
coming
ain't
to
coming
you
come
to
now,
me.
to you.
Keter.
Listen,
No,
I
Walter
no,
Carter.
finished. The man coming to
no.
you.
I'm talking
Walter
about you,
Carter.
Terry. I said let
Walter
me
Carter.
inject.
I will
Go
come
ahead,
to
Libra.
you. I will come to you. When I come to you, you and myself, I'm the moderator, so I can talk with anybody that I want to talk to.
Here we go.
So I accept the rule. This is the rule. Let's hear from you. All that noise you're making, let's hear from you now.
Yeah, gotta hear from me. Probably bring Dr. Male on too so he can have his own view. Libra, Terry said something and you
Oh,
didn't even
you don't
question him.
like the fact that you're on here?
Oh,
I said bring Dr. Male on.
No,
Dr.
that's what
Male,
I'm asking you.
Dr.
That's
Male,
what I'm
you afraid
asking
of
you.
him? Are you
That's
afraid
what
of Dr. Male?
I'm asking you.
What
You
Dr.
don't.
Male got to do with my coming on? Dr. Male
Okay.
got access to the truth. I said bring it on. Don't be afraid of
Okay.
him. Look,
All right.
let be honest here, Libra. Let be honest here, Libra. Terry said something, you didn't even stop him. When I said something, you came and you start to dissect my statement. I said they feel progressive. Terry said they had a lot of misstep. They did a lot of wrong, but they were able to succeed in dismantling. Yes, we agree. But the dismantle they did, the multi-party democracy they brought in to our system. All right? One man, one vote, yes. But what followed after? Massive destruction. Massive destruction of our time, today to day. The thing we're crying for today to day, it is because of the progressive. I'm not talking about multi-party democracy because that was already being planned. Talk about giving the people a chance to become a political party, to do another political party in the country. All right? Talk about two, he was a victim of circumstance or circumstances, if you want to put it that way. All right?
Walter,
Liberal, I'm speaking liberal. You would everybody spoke, let me just lay my own thing.
all right.
So the progressive had no good strategy in changing the trajectory of our nation. They plundered our country into complete mess. This is the mess we are into day to day. The mess we are into day to day. Because, take for example, after the progressive came in, the formula you mentioned, after the formula came in, made him or Minister of Education. What formula did? The very government that brought him in as Minister of Information, he was allegedly, it was stated that he carried men. He gave them so-called scholarship to go to Ethiopia for educational training. Only to find out the men were going for military training.
Okay.
These are
All right.
stories that coming out that liberal. Go ahead. I was just be quiet because we were having conversation on historical facts, and you only.
This show tonight is not about historical facts. So if you don't have anything else on your plate, let's drop the progressive. The
Terry
progressive.
was just talking about the progressive journal.
Okay.
You didn't say my
finish
topic. I bring
you
up an
finish
easy one
talking, and
topic.
we're gonna
Okay,
drop the subject
let's
matter
talk about my
because
topic. Let's talk about
we
my
have
topic now.
we have
Let's go to the president dedicating the
okay
talling, and
we
let's
have a
go to
specific time for the
the
progressive. Let
liberal.
me
Let's
go
go
back.
to Gregory Como writing Amara Kone to provide it's the evidence, and let's forget about the progressive, because that's something when we talk, you it's like you don't want people to express themselves when it comes to that. You
when I
can't have
when
one
I
way.
when I
You got to
have
watch
the
it. It's two
progressive,
way.
when I talk about it on Saturday and open the line, you don't call in. Then what you
No,
want
but
to?
we can talk it anywhere. That'll be a problem. That'll
Okay,
be a
no,
problem. We can
no,
talk it
no, but
anywhere
it's not okay. All right, go ahead,
because
talk.
you know how the
But
specific, topic. You
okay,
came with your simple
okay,
duplicating, and I said you said I wanted to talk about different thing. You
okay.
still brought
All
simple
right.
duplicating
What
in.
is
Terry
it?
brought on the case, and you put
Let me
Terry
say
case on
this
the table.
on a very
So let's talk
serious.
about Gregory Coleman writing the senator.
Hold on 1 minute. I tried my best to um not to explain, but I will say this much: Dr. Mali is not here because I don't want anybody coming here and making it into um, issues of debating and making it into issue of that I have to explain myself. If you guys don't like my show, from the beginning, I've always come as a one man show. Anyhow, I can't talk. I can't talk without anybody else being on. So if you don't like my show on the way I operate my show, Walter Cutter, when a link comes to you, you don't have to take it. But I'm not going to allow you guys to come here and make me the subject to explain myself. I don't like that. That's not how it's supposed to be. So I'm gonna the same way I asked Dr. Mali the other day, he refused, and so I'm not gonna invite him anymore. So I'm asking you, let's have our conversation. It is not a debate between you and I, and let us also have in mind that you right now, Walter Cutter, you ready? You can have your own show on LPR. LPR is big enough for all of us to have a show a day. Everybody. I don't have to have 2, 3 days. The only reason why I'm doing it 2, 3 days because nobody is putting their hand up to say they're gonna have a show. If anybody comes out here, you say you want to have a show, I will give you my time, my day. This is not a group. I mean, when I first started here, I made a statement that I'm coming on because people are watching, but I'm tired. I get tired myself. And sometimes I come on here Monday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Wednesday, all the way. I do that because people are not willing. Not that they're not willing. Every one of you guys have a basic schedule. But if I volunteer, and it's a volunteer because nobody getting paid to come out to seem to talk your whole day. That's not something small. The amount of air by the time I get out of here, the amount of air that will go in my stomach, you ever hear? So I'm asking you again, if for some reason my style of operating on LPR, my show is not conducive to your way of doing stuff, you don't have to come. When I send the link, you just reject and don't show up. Then for you to come and again act like Dr. Mali, and for me to come and start explaining myself, it is not the way I want to run my show. Please, thank you for that. Let's go ahead. You brought in subject matter about Amar Corner. Let's hear you. Can you elaborate more on that, and then we can join you.
Well, thank you for that. Well, I only asked for Dr. Malik because he texted me and said I should send a link to him. That's what I said. Dr. Malik asking for the link. And that's what I just said. But the other question about the way you run a show, as far as you silent me for time, I will speak my mind. And if you don't like it, well, I'm sorry, but that's me. My parents taught me to speak the truth and speak my mind when it's necessary. And I think that's what like Blue is all about. That's what this show is about. I'm not being disrespectful, and I hold that to my own conscience. I speak my mind when my rights, is influenced upon. So if that hurts you, I'm sorry for that, but that's me. That what his name? Gregory Coleman got no business writing a senator because the senator spoke a mind on the drug issue in our society, in our country. The drug issue is a serious issue. This man had the audacity to write a senator questioning him to bring evidence because the senator said there are people that the government been keeping, holding sacred. They have some sacred cows. And so he wants to know if the senator got evidence. When he himself stood up on the podium and said there are very, very, you said a very, very high profile government official that are involved in this drug business. The man only reiterated what he said. And then he writing the man. Then he even went to the extent that the man to not even speak further on this issue. When a police director starts to dictate to a senator or to other citizens in the nation, that's the reason why I say our country is regressing. Our country is going backwards because these people they have thin skin. Yesterday they were focused, they were all on social media spreading lies, falsehood, manipulation. Today they are in office. The very people that join them to help promote them, those are the people they're running after. Can you imagine if the opposition were even talking like they did in Ellen Johnson said the government? A lot of political prisoners would have been in jail today. That's why they say the opposition weak. How the opposition would talk? The opposition see them fighting among themselves. Only the people they're talking about them. America come out.
Walter Carter, let me hold you. Let me hold you right there. CEO, what kind of fufu I can swallow that? Give me air. You talk about, and you got Prince Sherry now laughing all over on my fufu air business. But go ahead, Walter Carter. Go ahead.
Yeah. So you see, these are the things we're talking about here. For a government that you people show us talk about so much, that got so much
You
experience.
see, when you do that,
I,
then
I
it
don't, I don't
becomes
have to please you when I'm talking liberal. When you talk your own, let me talk my own. Just the thing I
okay.
say, you guys not tolerant.
Okay, let me hold
Yeah.
you there. Let me hold you there. Thank you. Thank you. Let me go to rescue three. Rescue two. Rescue two. These are some of the stuff that they will do and for which they will not get support. He's bringing up some interesting subject matter, which is legitimate point. But instead of sticking with the legitimacy of the matter that he's talking about, he's now trying to wrap it around someone else's neck, and we have to push back on that. So, in the process of pushing back on it, we are no longer discussing the legitimacy of his point, or we are no longer going into dissecting his ideas. We are now forced to defend ourselves. And as a result of that, I believe we're leaving something on the table, Walter Cutter. That's my point. Let's hear from you, Rescue 2. What do you make of his statement?
Well, my friend and brother Keto need to understand the law of the state. Just how the senators can call, they got check and balances, even though these various branches are not one is not greater than the other. They each of them have check and balances power. They can check one another within the scope of their power. That means the judiciary responsible to interpret the law. So if the legislator take an action, even though they create the law, if they take an action that contravene the interpretation of the law in which they create, the judiciary can call them and put a halt on their action.
So let's give us some little example here where Amara Corner trying to interpret the law here.
Yeah, I
No,
coming now. So
contravene the law. That's what you trying to say.
so I coming now. So
Okay.
so if the because the responsibility of the executive is to enforce the law. So if a certain senator
Hmm.
goes against a certain, rights within the confines of the law, the executive in line of the police department or the justice system have the right to call the senator to give information in regards to his statement made that goes against or breach security protocols.
Mm,
He can be questioned on grounds of that,
mm,
not necessarily, accusing him of a crime,
mm,
but he can be questioned if his statement goes against national security,
mm.
which falls within the duties or the perimeters of the executive in regards to implementing the law. So you have to realize that according to Article 42, according to Article 42, that gave the senator the right to operate, it says, it says that Article 42 of Liberia Constitution says that a senator or representative cannot be arrested, detained, persecuted, or tried because of opinions expressed or vote cast in exercising the function of the office.
Mhm.
You see?
Terry,
So,
I will not even call you Rescue 2 right now.
you see,
Terry,
now
Terry,
when I
okay,
begin to give you the
go
fly
ahead,
by night
go
something
ahead,
now, then you say,
land on your fly by night lawyer business tonight.
The
Go ahead,
major choke is said, Jen, and I think right choke is said.
oh, oh,
go
but
ahead,
that,
land on it.
I will let you talk to can't eat, but let me learn on this note.
Okay, go ahead.
Based upon the check and balance of the law, for
Mhm.
which the senator then themselves wrote,
Mhm.
if the senator is not within the jurisdiction, the confine
Mhm.
of exercising the rights, he can be called for questioning or
Mhm.
interrogated based upon his statement made that
Thank,
contravene. So the
thank you.
law is saying when he in a
Read,
duty,
read,
when he in the Senate.
read that particular phrase again. Read it carefully. No, no, seriously, read it again for me because I don't have it
Okay,
with me. Read it again.
so
Go ahead. Go ahead. Let me write it down. Go ahead. Read it.
that
Read
a senator or representative
it. Mm-hmm.
cannot be arrested,
Mm-hmm.
detained, persecuted,
Mm-hmm.
or tried
Mm-hmm.
because of opinions expressed or vote cast in exercising the functions of the office.
Okay. Let me hold you right there. Let me hold you right there. I have
They
fly
got
by,
to, they,
I have fly by night lawyer
they,
and I working tonight.
wow, Babu, really divide
You
cola.
come with the Vakula. I have fly by night lawyer business and I'm working here tonight. Terry, you and Rescue 3.
Like, you know that jump on an extra boat to now.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah, yeah.
yes, that was yesterday. You and Rescue 3. Yeah, you got mail. Terry, what Gregory Coleman is doing here, to be honest with you, unacceptable. Unacceptable. What you just read here, exercising the function of the office. Did they say where the office will be at? If the senator, if hold on now, if the senator leaves, if you're muted, unmute yourself, we can go back and forth on that. If the senator leaves his office, God forbid, if something happened to him on the street, on the highway, did they still call him senator, or they just call him direct, or something that happened to a certain person, don't they call him senator?
Yeah, he says still a
They
senator,
don't say
but he's not in office.
until he's defeated, he's always a senator. This is where you need to understand about this thing here. As a representative or the senator, whatever area you're on, where you find yourself, when you speak on national issue, you are exercising your office.
Okay.
It doesn't matter whether you're on a radio or whatever you are. He was invited as a guest from the Senate. Not he was not because he from Bapolu. They didn't invite him as a private senator. He was invited to speak on a national issue as a senator.
No, but we're not speaking, you're talking about he write up on social media. He write up.
I'm going there. I'm going
Okay.
there. I'm going there. So when he spoke as a senator, when he writes on social media, he's exercising the function of the office.
Okay.
The reason I'm saying this, if he speak about Samson told Fufu that Mr. So said bringing air in your stomach, that's a different issue. But as long as you alter words that affect the lives and talk about the lives and property of the Republic of Liberia, he's speaking from his office. You cannot distinguish those things. To say the man, he's not sitting down in your office. Does that
But
something?
so liberal, do you also remember that the senator was challenged in his office when he spoke on national issue by his colleague? You remember the time it happened?
That's right. And he
Yeah,
was
and
able to handle
we all said that that colleague had no right because they had all agreed and taken oath in plenary that that particular issue in regards to security matters should not be discussed on the floor.
Okay,
But the senator breached that gap.
but hold on now. Hold on. Let me hold you right there, Terry, please. The guy was saying he's breach. He's in contradiction of the security issue.
Mhm.
In other words, that was something that was discussed behind closed door. What Amar Conan spoke of, for which Gregory Coleman wrote, it has nothing to do with closed door conversation. Amar Conan were asking questions that many Liberians, and that's his job. He represents people. And not all people from
Well,
Avenue have
well,
to hold on now. Let me, hey man,
but I
let them
must
talk.
interject. I must
Okay. All
interject.
right, all right.
And my interjection
Okay,
is,
okay.
I'm
Flabbernight,
the only fly by night lawyer.
Flabbernight lawyer.
But
What's your point of
my
interjection?
interjection here is he was not questioning. He was he
You
was
must not and you should not honor this rule of the court tonight not to interpret or assume interpretation. Please.
he was
Don't.
not questioning. You are saying he was questioning. He was not questioning.
Okay.
He was making a statement, and he was definitively saying that
What was his
there
statement?
are big people in the government that need to be arrested for drugs. So apparently he must have been they told him in plenary that these people, there are certain big people in government that need to be, so that what they calling him to ask him question in regards to whether he have evidences or information more that
So
he
Terry,
need
can
to
I just
present. It's not an
Libra, can I just
arrest.
come in to ask Terry a
Okay,
question?
okay.
Libra.
Let's go to
It's
Walter
not an
Carter. What's your
arrest.
question? What's your question?
Yeah. So this the thing. Did you hear Gregory Coleman when he said there were very senior, very high senior official in the government that in the executive that hand were in this thing yet?
Before he said that, can you remember what he said before?
What do you say?
No,
I didn't remember what he said before.
but
I
then
only
you don't have
remember
a
he's
point.
I come in now.
You can't jump. You see, that's the reason why that fish you caught was not real fish. You can't
Hey,
go jump.
we come from Empire State Building. We're flying straight into
Stay
Dula
in the
Hotel.
stay in the middle of the sea. How you reach to the middle of the sea? Eh?
I bet from
My
Amakone not
question, I
going
can't
where,
remember for
all
fish
the
better
way to
inside.
the men fishing in Connecticut.
Because I'm
All
still
right.
thinking about the fish. I'm still thinking about it.
Flap at night. Again, folks, if you're listening, Samson Tola from Radio, post a conversation with Samson Tola here tonight. I have Walter Carter and Terry. We're having a conversation, sweet conversation. We're going to be opening the line very shortly here. And those of you that want to make any comment, whatever it is, you're free and open. All we say is let's be respectful to one another. Walter Carter, let me come to you. I think if Amar Kone decided he doesn't even want to respond to Greco Command, there's nothing this government can do without violating the Constitution. The executive functioning is different from the judiciary from the judiciary functioning and the legislative functioning. It is not the job of the Senate to produce evidence. It is the job of the executive to do an investigation. Now, what they should have done, what they could have done, and what they must do is to seek audience with the senator. Instead of writing publicly, you should invite yourself. Ask the senator for him to invite you. Senator, we have some conversation we want to have with you, and we need your help. Come across as somebody seeking help from the senator, and perhaps the senator, if he has any information to aid to aid in the process of the investigation, he can do so. But for you to come out and say that we want you to come and clarify something, then perhaps you don't understand the legal ramification of your action, and thereby, most likely, your understanding of the Constitution, from my perspective, might be limited. Let's move on. Let's move on. So again, let me open the lines, folks. Walter Carter's rescue to you guys know the rule. You can be on, and when how do you call it? When somebody call, we will hold you to that. So Walter Carter, I think your subject matter will be the one we'll discuss to finish us and take us home tonight. But let me go to rescue two. Rescue two. Do you think
I think you're coming to Keto. Are you going to
I
Keto?
changed my mind? I'm allowed. I'm a liberal. I've changed my mind anytime.
You want me to Keto vessel, Negi?
Who
No,
care,
no,
man?
no. I let you liberal. Let you go ahead.
Who care, man?
I'm vessel.
But let me come to you, rescue two. So what happened if Gregory Cole, what's his name? Amara Conan say, okay, I'm coming. Then Amara Conan get there. Say, where you coming from? Say they say we want you. Okay. Oh Jesus. All right, let me tell the troublemaker. Uh, Good evening, troublemaker. What's your name? Where you calling from? What's your I want to kneel, but I say you troublemaker. Good evening, troublemaker. What's your name? Where you calling from? What's on your mind?
You on a live program and you trying to gossip? It's just quite interesting in Liberia. You remember when Gracers said during the press conference when he indicted his own government and the president failed to act? And I said it that way, like, I hope there will be a select committee. I hope this guy will be subpoenaed because that's the Senate has the authority to do that. But you see, if you have the authority, if you have the constitutional authority and you fail to exercise that, you fail to consolidate your position within that body to get certain things corrected. So what he has done now, Gregory now is trying to he flipped everything on the other side, and sadly, you have members of the House, because they are all partisan people, they fail to realize that they were elected to represent the people, regardless of their representation for the party, to uphold Gregory. I've never seen that, and I said that thing is couldn't have happened on Helen Johnson Sirleaf, Charles Taylor, or Samuel Doe. You sat such a case, and you in a major press conference to indict the government that you work for as police chief. You who's supposed to pursue this thing here. Will anybody say it's wrong that even who knows whether that the Starlink, whether it was used to facilitate the moving of drugs? Anybody can say that. What happened to the DLDA boss? The president let him go. Why the president can't let Gregory Cobo go? The man who said they are high government officials, state voters. And you
Hold on. Let me merge this color. Hold on. Let me merge this color, and then you can go on with your tabata. Let me merge the color. Color, go ahead. CEO, go ahead. Let's hear from you, and then we'll bring you the color.
You and Terry, and you sit on this network, you guys are unable to call out the president, to call out Griffin Coma, that kind of thing that he did. And this guy still continue to enjoy the executive privileges as police chief. What a disgrace.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Caller, you're next in line. Wireless caller, you're next in line. What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind? See you can just drop yourself off my phone. Thank you very much. Go ahead, caller. What's your name? Where's you calling from? What's on your mind?
Yeah, this is Prince Sharif, and I'm calling from the East Coast. Let me first of all start by saying thank you for always giving us the opportunity. To my brother Wilson Peter,
I didn't see your number. If I was to see your number, my phone was going to be acting up. I didn't see your number.
the fight my brother Wilson Peter to liberate Liberia from the cocaine gang is going to be a tough one. But remember, Reverend Cuomo, there are people in the press that have collected money, huge money, in order to be able to, kind of sweep this case under the carpet.
So you're accusing me of one of those people, Prince Sherry? You said, are you saying that?
I am not accusing the Honorable Liberal.
Okay, thank you.
Our proud progressive.
Thank you for clearing that out.
The behavior speaks volume. I'm not going to go further. Having said that, I believe that there are cogent issues that need to be discussed. One of the reasons why people like Mr. Toll was born up from Liberia, who made to run away was because of some of these behaviors. One of the reasons why people like Mr. Chu stood up to the regime yesterday and he almost lost his life and, was separated from most important people of his family, his colleagues, and etc., was because of similar behavior like this, where you have a cocaine ball in presence of Gregory Como and arbitrating onto
Oh,
himself.
hold on, Prince. Let me merge this other color, please, if you don't mind. Okay, you gotta lower your monitor very bigly.
Okay, so thank you. So arbitrating unto himself absolute power that he has become the judiciary branch, the executive branch, and also, the legislative branch is something that is scary. These were some of the things that we saw yesterday in past regime, where there were individuals who were almighty in the state, where anything they say, if they say you live today, you live, and if they say today you are eliminated, that is it. And this is just what we are seeing. As we speak, our nation is in a chaotic moment where we have Guinea encroaching on our border because of the president's opulence life to be able to secure all of the wealth that caused him
That President Burger got open in life now.
to illegally intrude on another country's soil. These are the content things we are talking about, and there are people sweeping these things under the carpet. As we speak, the drugs are now taking over our nation to the extent that the executive mansion that was once used to stand and fight for the freedom of most African countries, the office of the president now is being used to share cocaine and to be able to discuss cocaine matter, whether it will go to our Western partners to be sold or how it will be shipped. It is unfortunate. And I think that these are the issues that we should be talking about. People should not be able to, circumvent and bring in non-issue, the issue of what you call Sekou Double. That is not our issue. We know that at the appropriate time, Sekou Double will be taken care of by this system. The United States of America is not a threat. They can go after anybody. If they can collect the Venezuelan president and brought him down to justice, Sekou Double, that year one, I purposely that when the time reached, you will know where he will find himself. But I think the issues that we should be discussing now is number one, the frequent disrespect by Joseph Nima Bweka of the rule of law and be able to use the court system to silence critical voices. And now, but I believe that if people like Mr. Keto was in like Yoruba now, maybe Gregory Como going for him. Because if they can go for people like Jefferson Chelsea, who is exposing the ills in society and not attacking personal individual but attacking the issue, if Joseph Nima Bweka can order the Vice President, Mr. Jeremiah Cole, to be able to issue a lawsuit through a surrogate on people like Jefferson Chelsea, who is speaking true to power, I think it is scary.
Thank you.
This is where I want to call on you to conclusively conclude. This is where I want to call on you, the Honorable Liberal, and one of our proud, especially somebody who is alive that fought for multi-partyism, and we respect that. But this is where we expect you to begin to speak on behalf of the people that yesterday you said you were fighting for. But to begin now to silence Mr. Keto's voice on this critical issue, we are taking a back, and you are not far from a lawsuit in the court of public opinion.
He trying to say for upriver man, you from Grand Cape County, you're gonna sue me from upriver man. Yo, we eat fish together. Go ahead, caller. Where you calling for? Where you calling for? What's on your mind? Thank you for joining us.
Oh, good evening. My name is Patrick Seaton. I'm calling from Riverdale, Georgia.
Thank you, sir, for joining. We appreciate it. Go ahead.
Right. So, it's a bit hypocritical that Liberian people on one hand want to reform and a workable democracy, but at the same time, when the government is putting in measure to strengthen and sustain the very democracy that people are asking for, then government is being branded as silencing critical voices, or the government seems to be unfriendly to unfortunately, I don't think this is the case. I studied at the University of Liberia. So I had Professor Jonathan Williams, who about then the lawyer for the House of Legislature specifically. I think both the Senate and the House. He was my instructor. So the law, what I know is that a lawmaker being a representative or a senator cannot be arrested or held liable for his or her comment in chamber or in primary or on their way and from. So with the case with Senator Connor, especially with his Facebook run-up, I don't think there's any immunity for him being called, to the police headquarters to just answer questions about claims he made. And again, I found it a bit fortunate that some people say that because, Gregory Coleman said that there's senior government officials that is behind. You cannot use somebody else's comment as a rationale or a justification for making blanket and serious accusation against other people. In my opinion, that's defamation. If people want to even talk about free speech, the Constitution talks about free speech, but there is a responsibility component attached to it. So people just can't, politicians just can't, it doesn't look good for our democracy, just people just speaking loose. You can just be speaking loose because, you got the audience, and you quote-unquote government official or senior guy in government, just be speaking loosely like that. I think that, Gregory Kuma has the power. There's nobody above the law. Nobody. The great United States out of us here, you can see that if you just look at the man who's in office when, he was out, he was prosecuted.
Thank you.
So, all right, thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate it. Again, Rescue 3, we're waiting for your call. We're waiting for your call before we close this thing here tonight. So Rescue 3, we're waiting for your call. Rescue 3, call us. So, okay, folks, again, Samson Toll, Liberia Public Radio. I'm here this evening with Walter Carter and Terry Collins here. Rescue 2, they're here tonight helping me with the show, which I appreciate. But let's move on. Walter Carter, any comment you want to make on the? Okay, hold on, Walter Carter. Rescue 3, let's hear from you. Take this so we can get out of here.
Hey, Boche, how you doing?
Thank God.
And thank you for the show tonight. And thank you very much for the topic on the discussion. And I'm coming directly to the statement that the father that get left in man, as it seems I was about to say. In the lawmaker, that doesn't mean that when you commit a crime or when you go against the law cannot get to you. I can remember there's a senator from my immediate crime. I just forgetting the first name crime. There's a crime that was committed on the farm.
Yeah, go ahead.
You were arrested and you were prosecuted. So if American and Senator Snow appear on the sponsor and they say they had a credit card number, and the card number in which they can use in a bank. They were not your first time. So if you know for the way that you are the lawmaker, you are the one can call executive to question them, and you had the information. Why you are not use your power, your oversight, getting to all the police director and getting for questioning. And you are member of the Security Committee in the House of Senate. When you leaving your function, you come on and taking the same role out of this area and getting where you have to exercise your power, you leaving it, you come here on the Facebook to mess up right next to me. Then at the end of the day, people are saying today, because American is a lawmaker, nobody should attest it. Nobody should attest it. I don't see a fair to the country. If we want our country like that to be okay, we all should pay attention to what is happening in the country over there. And my last point got to be, because I don't want to hold it down too long. On this show, There are some key things in getting a budget you are discussing tonight, especially concerning the self duplicate that a part of Miracle support here today. It's a lot of things. And like like your community, if it's somebody you help the person is succeeding, we should all be able in getting there to share that person's success. They how they say when God is in your neighborhood, you should know that you're getting the blessing almost to your door.
That's a saying. Where Ashur Garlic, hold on. Where Ashur the giant Garlic will say, when white men know you, you must know your friend black man.
Know your friend black man. And Sekou Doumbé, besides he being a poor manager, Sekou Doumbé is a very important in the country. Sekou Doumbé. They do have a lot of businesses over there. That doesn't mean when you are a millionaire in Nigeria, you cannot invest in your country, you cannot work for your country. That will make you a Liberian. And besides that, we have a dual citizenship. You can be American, American can still work in Liberia. There are some positions, speaker, president, or vice president. These are the positions you cannot hold. So you can be the minister, you can be the deputy minister.
Let me hold you. Let me hold you right there and just inject something. Sekou Doumbé, my understanding, and I think the point you made about him being a rice importer, now it makes sense to me, because my understanding from Francis Goya that this young man wanted to come to the port because he, as a businessman, saw the inept behavior of the people at the port and saw that the bottleneck at the port was something that he felt he could straighten up. Perhaps that's why he came to the port. Wrap it up, Rescue 3. You're the man for the night.
So both here, even in the country, there are billion that can support a politician here. So it's very observer asking what was his contribution to JD campaign. So I don't think so that they are being fair to the young men. This is for the 6-year-old man. According to Henry Costa, today, the young man came to the country. He was a tested driver in one. He said, exactly. Today, he make a way up there. So if I'm like doing brother, I don't care how better we are one another. If something coming against a person that is not proving, I don't think we ought to be getting in the position to be sharing that the post should be dread to the post. Thank you for the show, both here.
Thank you, Rescue 3. Like I said, you'll be the last caller for the night, and your point is well in place. Honorable Sekou Doumbé has been someone who has served the people of the Republic of Liberia diligently, and I believe that Sekou Doumbé, whatever issue he has here in America, will be resolved without any hinge whatsoever, because everyone that you call about Sekou Doumbé, they always say something good about this young man. Now, again, the report that is out there, that report that the video from Minnesota Public, I think that reporter she's a conservative, young Republican, I believe, because when I was in college, those are the people that I have to have. I used to have a debate with in the hall. Instead of me going to buy my sandwich, when I get in there, I wear the liberal T-shirt. At that time, Bill Clinton Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky issue was going on so badly that when I go to class, most of the people at Youngstown State were all my classmates, engineer, they were all conservative, and I'm the only liberal. So I used to wear a liberal T-shirt, and then I used to have a conversation with many young Republican. I think this lady was one of those. So anyhow, this is Mr. Doumbé, I believe, will be vindicated. Samson told, I say so. Let's go ahead. Walter Carter, thank you very much for your patience tonight. Let's hear your closing, sir.
So Libra, the truck issue.
Why?
The,
Can't
the
call your
truck.
tongue? Walter Carter, can't call your tongue. You got to again?
You can hear me speak. I'm speaking. You don't hear me?
Oh man, they all love man coming to cut tonight. Let me hold on, Walter Carter. Jesus Christ, the police. Let's hear from you. What's your name? Where you calling from, caller?
Mr. Samson co-worker.
Oh.
This is
But that they need you. Be calling now.
I will speak that name behind you.
No, don't do that one. I'm a son. Yeah, go ahead. Samson told Baka. Yeah, but when the election when the election finish next year, when you come to power, don't call me that new because I want to travel to Liberia.
Rescue 3.
What your question to Rescue 3?
What Rescue 3 left from what the discussion is, and he's talking about something else about Amara, I don't know, some Duke, this Duke guy. I mean, that's not the topic. The topic is about, Gregory Como inviting Senator Cornyn to bring proof. Can Gregory Como provide proof when he said that the cartel paid journalists? Can he provide any evidence of the cartel paying journalists? Was he there? Was he the one passing the money over? Look, every day you come on the show, you say the country is not a banana republic. I don't know, even think the country is a banana republic. I think it's a republic that doesn't even belong on earth. Because the things that are going on in Liberia, I mean, it's so mind-boggling, Mr. Toll. I mean, for a certain police chief to invite a certain senator, a police chief to invite a senator, not even the justice minister, the police IG, for what? For what? Everything that the senator is saying is not what's going on. The security is not compromised. So you guys who running the show, who are the surrogates for this government, you tell us whether the security is not compromised. You tell us so we can know. You think Gregory's stupid? When Gregory came and made that comment, because Gregory knew after the DEA director, he was the next person who was getting ready to throw on the bus. So he said, before I go on the bus, let me say my own so everybody can know what's going on. Because if you hold my foot, I will hold your own hand. And that's exactly what's going on. This thing is just entangled. We don't know who's in and who's out.
Thank you.
That's the reason why people calling for independent prosecutor.
Thank you.
That's the reason why people calling for that.
Thank you.
That President Ouattara doesn't know nothing about this thing. Let him invite people from outside to look at the thing. Why doesn't he come Councilor Gungu right in Liberia there? He can have a team.
Thank you. Thank you, Walter Carter. Thank you, Walter Carter. Thank you, Prince Sherry. Thank you to Aaron Bropper. I called 3 people and he that all in one. Thank you, Aaron Bropper. Thank you. Yeah, he ran away straight. Again, folks, Samson, too. I'm having fun here tonight, but let's go on. The show must come to an end. Walter Carter, what will be your closing tonight?
Yeah, so like Poplar just rightly put it, right? And the honorable Prince Sharif. Gregory Como,
Why you will call Prince Sherry honorable? Honorable where?
Honorable Prince Sharif.
But why? What's the
So
reason? No, hold on. We got time. We'll go over. What's the reason behind him calling him honorable?
he's an honorable man.
Oh, okay.
Thank you
He's a
very
decent.
much.
I know he's a very, very decent man. I don't know how he ended up on that side.
Yeah, he's an honorable man.
He's a
So
very decent. He's a very decent man. I don't know how he ended on your side. Your side.
you see your problem? That's your problem right there. But I
Mm,
will leave you with that because
no.
maybe the good suit
But
tell
yeah, you
your
coming start throwing. Where you going that far? When nobody talking about your. Oh, but all the fish you can catch catfish there.
I don't eat catfish, so I catch I don't give it out.
Why
Yeah,
you don't eat catfish?
I don't eat catfish. Catfish are bottom feeder. They are scavengers.
You from upriver. They say you don't eat catfish.
No, the labor. The reason why you see I'm a handsome man because I try to live by the law of nature.
Who said you handsome man? Oh, Walter Cutter, don't try to spoil my show, man. Go ahead,
on,
make
a
your
ser-
point.
on a serious note, so the IG did some things that are very, very bad. The
This is
IG
a
first of all
folks.
accused.
This is a handsome man, as he said. Yeah, he is. Go
Oh
ahead.
my God. The IG accused people, especially journalists, of taking bribe from cartel leaders to spoil other people's name in the society where he got no proof that one. Two,
You see,
The IG himself.
you see, hey, you're a cheeky.
Come on, Lebron, what you do? What you put on? Let me show you put on. I'm some man.
There's a
Let
man
me
with cheeky. Rooster.
don't, don't be telling all the
Well
Manchester
done, well
United,
done. You're killing me tonight.
the Manchester United
I
guy.
just kind of laughed at you for a very long. They got rooster. You handsome man.
Yes, man. You go blame my mom. My mama probably mean that the Hampson.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I gotta call and tell somebody why
Well,
you have to
Skippy,
do me
now,
like
now,
this.
Skippy, we talking something. Now, you out of a setting, you got man. Now, you want to get into the kind of conversation I'm going
Uh,
with distract me.
Skipping my sec got video. Skipping my sec got recalling, so you can't talk too much. We got recalling.
Oh,
You see?
the man trying to let you go free, you coming to Princeton. Okay, but go ahead,
Skipping,
close up.
let's
Folks,
Skipping
we
my
have to
sec go.
talk
Let's
tonight.
Skipping my sec. Hey, you can't cross each other. We remain at
That coding won't work. It won't work.
We
The
were that little
battery,
talk.
that Lego toy, that coding
Mm,
won't work.
Go ahead, go
yeah.
ahead.
No,
I
on a
don't
serious
believe
note.
what culture. Just a minute.
Mhm.
After what's his name? Monoba Mono came out and said all that. Then they came back and said that liquor. What were they thinking? How
Yo,
can you think people stupid? Hey,
Libra, this the maturity of CDC.
what all that to say
This the
liquor
maturity
talk?
of CDC.
Labor, you want put sand in your man, Gary.
This is the maturity of
Labor,
CDC.
finish putting sand in your Gary.
Okay. No, you can't put saying my career. I still going
You
back to
can't
my
talk
talking.
nothing now.
You want teaching. I still going back,
All right,
liberal.
go ahead, Toya.
So Gregory Como, first of all, indicted the press, accused the press falsely, and I think he was there to control the narrative by questioning, trying to sanction the press from talking. And that's sad. Everybody condemn it. Even you condemn that because you have the press at your side. You speak to, even though you're a talk show host, but what you put on there, people listen to you. So Gregory Coleman is saying these people are being bribed. We all being bribed. That's false. Nobody know who the cartel is, right? Secondly, he came and said very, very important people in high places in government are involved in this crime, in this drug thing. The former acting DEA boss said the legislator, the executive, and the judiciary, they are all part of the drug team. And next thing, he got fired from his job. Now, the same thing, the police director who investigated all the whole drug saga, what he put out there, American Jail buttressed him to say there are key people that are being protected. And then you say, American will bring evidence to prove or collaborate what he's saying. Does it make really sense? So why if Americans say I was just quoting you because you on top of investigation, you know who all are involved. So when you speak about it, we come and say yes, as you say, there are serious people in high places in government I know about this thing. And then you asking me to bring evidence when you brought it out. Do you see how for me it's kind of a naive the things that are going on in the society? So we must speak to these people because at the end of the day, labor, these people play with our lives. They play with our lives. And that's the reason why I have resolved not to be in the pocket of nobody. I resolved to be my own man. I'm a free thinker. And people will not come here and control me the way they want me to speak. I will speak the way I will speak because when we were going through the struggle in the war, nobody was sharing my pain with me. Nobody was sitting there when I had 3 near-death experiences. When I went to jail falsely in Liberia at the hands of Paul V, one, at the hands of one G2 commander in bomb mines, two, for no reason. Only because I was walking at the wrong place at the wrong time, I was put in jail by rebel. My father, during the 1980, my father was stripped naked and brought on gallery and sat down because they consider him Congo man. My aunt was placed in jail for 1 whole week at the NSA because somebody came from America and carried cool to Liberia. They say we are family posted and arrested, all about it, boom, put in jail. We experienced these things. I lost family member during the war. And so
Labor, for at this time, for us to have these things happening in our society and we just close our mouth, no. When the war were coming, they say we're coming for door. The people took camo, they took window, they took lives, they took food, they destroyed the very electricity that had nothing to do with the war. They destroyed the day you and I suffering for electricity in our own country. So we must speak and we must speak the truth. Thank you, Labor, for having the show.
Thank you. Rescue 2, take us home, please.
Well, thank you again for the show, Labor, and all of that. In my opinion, calling Senator Connor was legally correct. However, it was politically incorrect. This action was solely motivated by Amara's desire to enhance his political career in Liberia. Political careers are often established through the oppression of political voices by government forces, which is renaissance of the old progressive playbook. This foundation of the progressive movement served as a roadmap to political relevance and subsequently political power. That is my opinion on the Amara saga. You see, so labor, these are the things. I said on the show yesterday that this government is not acting smart. In a sense, they do not know what Amara is doing. Amara is drawing them towards him. It's a bait. It's a bait. And in Liberia, to gain political relevance, you have to go back to the book of the progressive. And that is to allow the government to bring that oppression, to suppress your voice, to oppress you from speaking, even subsequently putting you in jail. Because at the end of the tunnel, it will yield dividends. That is the old map. It have never failed for any politician in Liberia. It have never failed. So if you guys are not learning from these things, then I don't know why are you even giving the opportunity to serve when you know you are not looking at the old map of how other people rose to power. So, in my opinion, legally, the government is right. Gregory can call the man here and there, that. But politically, it's not good for you. And Amara trap has caught. He may be afraid. He may be acting a little bit jittery, but at the end of the tunnel, it will yield dividend because this is the progressive playbook. It never miss. Thank you.
Thank you. Rescue 2, Terry, thank you very much. Yeah, come to him for what? Pastor Collins. Again, folks, Samson told Abropa Radio. I want to thank all of you. Walter Carter, thank you very much for joining us tonight. Terry, thank you very much. We hope that let's join Mr. Soul tomorrow, where we will be the counterweight on this platform. Nothing gonna deter us. Whether we're tired or not, we will come on. I want to thank all of you, George, Esther, as usual. Haji, thank you guys very much. Friend Prince Sherry, thank you very much tonight, guys. My Ellie, thank you all for joining us tonight. It's been a wonderful, wonderful show. Clarence David, as usual, Rescue 3. Clarence Patterson, thank you as well. Those of you that came, we appreciate all of you. That's what we do here on LPR. You don't have to agree with us, but we do our best. You can disagree with us, but the fact that you give us the opportunity to talk to you and come and listen to us, we appreciate it. So let me go ahead and
Diane, thank you for being here too.
this is going to be your new rule. At the end, when it's our show, I'm talking about other people, other troublemakers. There, I'm talking about them. But when it's our show, at the end of the show, you we will give you. Can you see all of the credit, all of the people writing? Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
we can see it.
Okay. So I will ask you as my rescue tool to read the names of all these people that come in to tell them thank you. Can you do that on the next show Thursday?
Yeah, no problem.
All right. All right. Okay, guys. Thank you very much. Let's tune into
Good
Mr.
night.
Good night. Let's tune into Mr. Social tomorrow, and we will do the best we can. Again, this is Samson to Labrador Public. I want to thank all of you that tuned in tonight. Let's do again tomorrow. Let's meet on Mr. Social, where we will be, like I stated earlier, where we will be the counterweight with their conservative idea. Samson to Labrador Public. Good night, folks.